Three women, one flag. A flag that brings with it stories of patriotism, heartbreaks, and struggles of the trio who represented all the unsung heroines of the revolution, young and old. Stories that will continue to inspire the heroes in us if only we open our ears. This is the history of the Philippine flag. Somewhere at Malacanang Museum is an intact thimble supposedly used by Marcela Agoncillo to sew the original Philippine flag. It is said that it only took her 5 days with the help of her daughter and a family friend to complete the flag. But the story of how she became the principal seamstress of our first flag started all the way back in her childhood. Born in the embroidery capital of Taal, Batangas, Doña Marcela learned the basics of the needlework from the Beaterio de Santa Catalina, a convent school for girls in Intramuros. She married another Batangueño, Felipe Agoncillo, who would later become the first Filipino diplomat. During the Philippine Revolution, the fine skill of embroidery was used by women to create revolutionary flags and banners, which in turn inspired the men so much so that they become a source of protection or anting-anting. Women took pride in lending their skills for the revolution, so did Doña Marcela when she accepted the responsibility given by Aguinaldo. With the help of her 7-year-old daughter, Lorenza Agoncillo, and Rizal niece, Josefa or Delfina in other sources, and her bossa Natividad, Doña Marcela meticulously cut, sewed, and embroidered the silk cloth she bought from a nearby store. The 1898 flag is slightly different from the Philippine flag we know today. It features an anthropomorphic sun as well as open and closed laurel wreaths surrounding an inscription in the center. Doña Marcela personally delivered the flag to Aguinaldo on May 17, 1898, shortly before he set sail for Manila on board the ship Mackinac. Several days later, the same flag was unfurled from the window of Aguinaldo's house in Kawit, Cavite, during which Philippine independence as we know it today was officially proclaimed.
Now that you know the history, let us proceed to the symbolisms of our Philippine flag. The symbolism of our Philippine flag. The white triangle represents liberty, equality, and fraternity. The horizontal blue band stands for peace, truth, and justice. The red band symbolizes patriotism and valor. The golden sun with 8 rays is a depiction of unity, freedom, democracy, and sovereignty. Each of the 8 rays stands for a province. The first 8 provinces of the Philippines were Batangas, Bulacan, Cavite, Manila, Laguna, Nueva Ecija, Pampanga, and Tarlac. The 3 5-pointed stars in the corners represent the 3 major island groups of Luzon, Panay, and Mindanao. 3 women, 1 flag. Although most of us are familiar with what became of the first Philippine flag, the same cannot be said for the trio who breathed life into Aguinaldo's design. Doña Marcela or Lola Salay, as she was fondly called later in life, gave birth to 2 more daughters. They all grew up to become accomplished women in the society, with Gregoria becoming the first Filipina to graduate from the prestigious Oxford University. Lorenza or Enchang, the child who assisted her mother in sewing the Filipino flag, dedicated her life to teaching. Delfina or Bossa Natividad's life, although short, was equally meaningful. Before she cemented her place in Philippine history as a flag maker, she was a katipunera. A housewife, a 7-year-old child, and a young katipunera. One fateful day in 1898, these 3 women had their paths converge in Hong Kong to create a flag that symbolized the rebirth of a nation. A flag that brings with it stories of patriotism, heartbreaks, and struggles of the trio who represented all the unsung heroines of the revolution. Stories that will continue to inspire the heroes in us if only we open our ears.